So if you use ChatGPT like I do, you're going to notice a significant update. So today is October. Actually, it's November 1st. I found this yesterday, October 31st. This was when it was released. I've had time to look it over and kind of gather my thoughts on it. But if you go in there, you're going to notice that now there's web search. And so there's going to be an alert down here that says get extension. And once you do that, you're going to notice right here this little world icon, and it's to search the web, right? So if you click get extension, open up in a new tab, mine's already added. It says it's inactive. And I'll tell you why I made it inactive for right now. It's going to kind of take over your Google search. And so I activated this and just to kind of try it out. And then I went to go do a Google search and I did, whatever the query was, and it opened me right back up here in ChatGPT. So that is kind of a significant development, right? So again, I've had a little bit of time to go over this, and this is just kind of some thoughts that I've gathered on it. So the question that I wanted to answer, and that is most important to me, which, by the way, my name is David. I'm with Inspired Marketing and Design. And so we provide SEO and online marketing services for numerous businesses. So we have to stay up to date on this stuff. And right now, this is going to have a significant impact on SEO, right? So how is the ChatGPT new web search feature going to affect SEO and online marketing for businesses? These are just some bullet points that I've kind of come up with. Let's just kind of go over them and see if this kind of motivates you like it did me, right? So here's some key points. Let's see. We're just going to go over these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 key points. One is it's an independent search engine. So when I first heard this, and the first test that I did was I assumed because of their relationship with Microsoft that they were using Bing. Guess what? They're not. It's independent. They have their own search engine right now. So this is huge. The next thing, what does this mean? It means it's direct competition. So now they have formed a direct competition between Bing and Google, right? And at the rate ChatGPT is growing, this is kind of worth paying attention to. Right now, the availability is in the Pro, right? The Pro is cheap; it's whatever, $20 a month. If you don't have the Pro, I highly recommend to get it. But they're saying that they're going to release it to even the free. Okay, so functionality. Functionality is very interesting because of the Chrome extension. I thought that the Chrome extension had to be activated for it to be functional, and that is not true. Here it is. I have my Chrome extension paused, but I can still do a web search. Here is the other thing that I've learned with this by messing with it and reading up on it is regardless of whether or not I have it search the web, if I'm asking it something and it doesn't have the answer, it's going to go search on the web to find it, right? So that's huge, right? And then citation and sources. This is very helpful. And this is what you want to know because as we know, AI has a tendency to do what is called hallucinate. It may not know the answer, but it's going to pretend like it does, and it's going to give you an answer. But at least it's going to offer citation and sources. There's going to be little links by the search result that it gives you. So it's always a good idea to double check those and ensure that they are true. Okay, so what is this? What are the implications for the search market? Well, obviously, competition intensifies, right? Because now OpenAI is in direct competition with Google and Bing, of course, right? So evolving partnerships. So now, you know what? ChatGPT and Bing were kind of partners since the beginning. If you guys remember when ChatGPT first came out, that was kind of who they partnered up with as far as their servers and everything else. But now they're kind of in a way distancing themselves from Bing and becoming a direct competitor. And then of course the potential market disruption, right? This is a given. So we're talking about, as these tools become more sophisticated, they are going to potentially reshape the search engine that we know, right? Okay, so let's see. So we have right here. So what was I saying? Oh, yeah, so the conversational interface, right? So this is a little different than Google because unlike Google or Bing or whatever, this means that the user can engage in dialogue, ask follow-up questions, and the shift may reduce the effectiveness of traditional SEO strategies. Content strategy evolution. Let's see. Let me fix this really quick. That did not need a bullet point on my notes. Okay, so let's talk about the content strategy evolution, right? So there's going to be a focus on quality over quantity. So with AI driven search capabilities, it's going to prioritize, like comprehensive and authoritative information, right? So if you're a business, you got to hopefully you're already have this as part of your content strategy, but this is going to include providing more in-depth articles that provide value rather than just optimizing for keywords, right? That's not new. Enhanced user engagement, right here. This is going to be like so the ability. So ChatGPT's got the ability now to provide personalized responses, which means businesses will need to focus more on creating engaging content that resonates with their target audience, right? So none of this is new. Hopefully this has been part of your marketing strategy already. But SEO tactic reassessments, keyword optimization may not be as important anymore. I think it will always be somewhat important, but this is going to be interesting to see what changes with that, right? I mean, right now even though Google has kind of gotten away, obviously, from, a lot to do, especially like keyword stuffing and everything. Come on, this is 2024. But that doesn't mean the keywords and the semantic keywords that you use in your articles don't matter. They obviously do. And also, as we know, that meta description and the SEO page title, especially in the H1 tags, having your keyword in there is still important. So what's going to happen with that? I mean, we don't really know yet. Integration of AI tools, so marketers can use ChatGPT for various SEO related tasks. We already know that and we do that, but now you can use ChatGPT to help you come up with these meta descriptions and page titles that I was talking about. And we use it for that. It helps out tremendously. Now, I want to point out one thing, that we don't ever use ChatGPT to write our blog post or to write our content. We might use it to help us kind of come up with some of the formats, but honestly, all of that's human written, and we think that needs to continue to be human written. Now, that may become less important as the AI becomes a search engine. So right now, with Google being the primary search engine, we feel that it's especially important that this content be human written, because we feel that not only is Google going to start looking at ChatGPT as a competitor, so they may, kind of de-rank these AI written content, but Google's already said that it's going to look at fully AI written content as spam, because everyone could just write all these blog articles and just put them up. So we've been focusing on human written content ever since AI came out, ever since before AI, and will continue to even through AI. But it's going to be interesting. AI search may be less likely to care whether or not the content was written by AI, if that makes sense. So that's going to be interesting, because there's just going to be so much content out there. Okay, so what's the impact on paid advertising? Paid advertising is one of the important services that we provide as well, right? So as the ChatGPT technology becomes more integrated into these online platforms, businesses may need to move away from online ads. What's going to happen to online ads? The searches that I did, and when I was doing my experiments a little bit earlier, and I'll do another video on that. Honestly, the reason what I was doing was I was trying to see if they matched Bing. So I'm going to say right now that there was a lot of similarities on the ranking that Bing would provide and the ranking that ChatGPT would provide. So I'm still questioning that a little bit, but there was some other searches that did not match. And plus, upon my further research, supposedly, and I do believe it, that they do not use Bing as they're not connected to Bing for their search. They have their own search engine, like I talked about earlier. But what's going to happen now? Does that mean that ChatGPT is going to start doing ads? Well, it could, right? I mean, if you take a look at the kind of like the evolution of ads, they've always usually started with these search engines, whether it's Bing ads or Google ads, right? Now, they first made themselves a very useful tool that we all use, and then they started incorporating ads into their business model, which was brilliant. And so, what's going to happen now? Is that what ChatGPT is going to do? Maybe. We have other blog posts on our website, by the way, inspiredmarketing.design, and we get more into this. And then there's going to be new opportunities for content discovery. So the integration of these AI search capabilities might help businesses reach a broader audience by making their content more discoverable through natural language, queries rather than search terms. So maybe you're that business that's been writing these blog posts that have less focus on the right keywords, the semantic search, and all that, but they're just quality posts. Now these might become more relevant, right? And I think that would actually be kind of a good thing, right? So anyway, this is just me brainstorming on this. Hopefully, this is probably it's going to be on our YouTube channel. Check us out, look us up, Inspired Marketing and Design, and then also this video will most possibly be on a blog post that we're going to put out about this, and we're going to continue to stay apprised as these AI search optimization kind of developments continue to come out, because this is going to be important to small businesses. It's definitely going to be important to us as we serve these businesses. Okay, so anyway, thanks for listening to me ramble.